Hey friends, it's time for the Edmonton area October market stats. Yes, it is. Hey everybody, my name is Leanna Martins. I am going to take you through what is happening in the Edmonton real estate market in new home construction sales and the resale market and in all surrounding communities. You can't get that anywhere else. So stay tuned. So we're going to start you guys off with the Edmonton resale statistics. We're going to have a look at, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Or is it a balanced market going into the fall? Let's check it out. So this is the last month's sales for Edmonton. So these are the different segments of the market. So we've got our condos, row homes, duplex, half duplex, and single family. And this represents the average of all of those styles of inventory. So let's start with kind of just the average price right now. And are the prices up or down this year? And it's year over year is what that is comparing it to. So month over month is honestly not relevant at all. I very rarely find that relevant. It really is year over year. You're looking at how strong is the market this time, and then we have to take into account what was happening this time last year. So interest rates were higher last year. Obviously, the market had tanked for about 2 years. This year has gotten much stronger, and it will continue to, I believe. So if we look at single family, this is substantial. It's up 15% overall for single family detached homes at an average selling price of $549, which essentially is $550. And then if we look at half duplexes, you can see that price, within 2.5%. So it's relatively stable at $410. So it was within 2.5% of that last year. And then we're into townhomes. So the reason that you're seeing such a substantial rise in the townhome price, this is up 15% as well, just like your single family, is that people have been priced out. So people that were in the half duplex have been priced out of that price point now, and now they're down into the townhouse, especially if they're looking at a newer townhouse. And then we've got your condos. And this is the first time honestly, that I can recall all year that the price has been down. Interesting. So prices are down year over year at $188,000. So historically, our condominium market over the last 10 years that I've been in real estate has been depressed. It's been difficult. I did not recommend investing in it. I didn't like it because of that. And since all of these relocations have been pushing our prices up, especially since Calgary's prices have gotten so high, it's strengthened our condominium market substantially. But this is the first month I'd say in 9 of this year that the prices are down. So now let's have a look at what kind of market is it. So is it a buyer's market, balanced market, or seller's market? So it was looking much more balanced last month when I reported, but that's not the case anymore, friends, which I have to tell you is exciting. I can't pretend I'm not excited because I'm excited. That's a really strong indication of us going into fall. So it hasn't snowed yet. Well, it did a little bit Halloween day, but it's melted. This is really great. So this is much stronger than it was last month. So right now what we're seeing, so if you look at the demand, that's the sales. So these are people who are buying homes. These are people that are putting their homes on the market. So we've got 35% up year over year, people buying homes. So all we're looking at from the most simplest perspective is there more people buying than there is people putting their home on the market? So when you hear somebody say inventory, the inventory is these people, the new listings. So currently there is 3 times, well, it's actually about 2 times, right? Because this is 13, this is about 14%. Yeah, it's almost a little more than twice as many buyers in the market than there are listings that are going on the market. So 35% more year over year. So there's substantially still more demand going into the fall. We'll see what happens when the snow flies, but that's really good. And I think that I've been saying it's going to be interesting to see what happens with those interest rates. And we've had these 2 drops, right? June and the one that we just had. So I think that's translating. And then we've got basically 14% up. So there's more sellers who are putting their home on the market. We have a really interesting time coming up into this next year, which I'll do another video on. So let's look at the average days to sell. So this is basically how long does it take to sell a property if you're listing. So for a single family detached, it's 38. So honestly, within 4 days, 3 days, that's pretty much on par for this time last year. Half duplexes, quicker. Row home and townhome, 35 days. So you could say basically 30 to 40 days is going to be the average if you're going to be selling any property in Edmonton right now. So let's go and have a look at the new home construction sold locations and then price. Okay, so we are looking at the Edmonton and area new home construction sold for the month of October. So look at how many we got, friends. We got 151. And what you see? So if we look at the surrounding area, so it's Edmonton and area. So I always do St. Albert, Spruce Grove, Leduc, Beaumont right there, and Sherwood Park and Stony Plain. So these ones that are inside, we actually build outside of the handy. That's all new home construction. So that's why those bad boys are there. And yeah, that's just kind of a quick overview of understanding the locations of everything. So let's go in and actually have a look at what the sold prices are and what builders actually got for their list price. So this is a list of the actual sold prices. So we've got the sold price in this column, the original price, which is the list price on the left. And this is the average for Edmonton. So Edmonton, of course, has the bulk of the sales just because it's got a larger population, more builders, more inventory, more options. Out of 151, 103 were sold in Edmonton. The average sold to list price ratio, basically the average price that a builder got in Edmonton was 97%. So that's down from where it was. So it's trended down about 1%. In and around, it's kind of throughout the summer and the kind of late spring summer months. And the average price for the solds in Edmonton was $613. So now if we move into Leduc, 10 solds, 100% builders got from their list price. The average price there is $505,000. And Leduc and Leduc County, these ones go together. And if we pop into Spruce Grove, they've got 14 solds and the average sold price is $497. And builders got about 98% of their list price. Strathcona, Sherwood Park. So there was more solds there. It was 19 over the last 30 days. And the builders there got 98%. And their average price was $492. So the overall average price is $576. So you can see the surrounding communities. The prices were actually lower than Edmonton this last month. It's not always like that. Like typically St. Albert will be higher. And sometimes, although I think Spruce Grove is fantastic pricing if you compare it to Edmonton, but sometimes Spruce, depending on where they're selling and the type of inventory, will be higher. So the overall average sold price that builders got was 98%. So let's have a look at one of these homes and look at what you actually get for that price and see if you think it's worth it. Come check out our new home construction sold tour. Welcome to Edmonton in Glen Ridding Ravine, friends. So this is a 2,250 square feet, open to below front attached 4-bedroom home. I chose this one because I like the value. I really like this location. Glen Ridding Ravine is a beautiful community. It's a new community, of course. That's what we're looking at is new home construction. This was listed for $669 and it actually sold for $659. So that is much, much more negotiation room than I would have ever expected, especially on new home construction. My guess is this is a smaller builder. And so let's pop in here. So 2,250 square feet, some unique features I'd like to show you. So Glen Ridding Ravine, this is why I love Glen Ridding Ravine, depending on where your home is. So this home, unfortunately, does not back that green space. Otherwise, it would be more expensive. But this is the community that you live in. Glen Ridding Ravine is a really gorgeous place. And if you can get a property that backs the ravine, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Because I don't know if you can see this, but there's walking paths that line the ravine. It can be very peaceful, very quiet, and quite gorgeous. So let's head in. So this is the mudroom when you first walk in. And then to the right, it's going to be the office, which they did not really show. And then a few reasons just in terms of the finish that I selected this one. So it's got vinyl plank flooring, and they say luxury, but really it's like an engineered vinyl plank. What's amazing about it is extraordinarily durable, waterproof, and if it's installed well, which I expect it is, it can last quite a long time. So features I like, color in the fireplace, whatever, but this one's unique is they actually put like a tile, and they didn't take the tile all the way up, which I typically am not a fan of, but this with everything else, I mean, honestly, it would have been so much better if they would have taken it all the way up. Like, yes, they should have. And you can see it's open to below. So these, I believe that they're 28 feet, that area. And they just did a basic subway tile. It's a two-tone kitchen. It's like almost like a blue-gray with white cabinets and just white quartz. They definitely could have jazzed this up a little bit more, but that's okay. They did built-ins here for the pantry, which I do like. And there you have the dining area right there. And then you're gonna have a deck off the back. Could have jazz that up for sure, including light fixtures. Yeah, however, that's a nice chandelier. It's a nice feature. And then this is the main floor flex room. So this over here, like through the door to the right, that's the entry. And then this to the left is this main bed. So it can be an office, bedroom, whatever you'd like. So you can see that there's a closet in here. There's a window, so it can be a bedroom. And then the main floor actually has a full bath. So it has a 4-piece bath, which allows like an older adult, for example, to live on the main floor if you need that to support. And then you can see these, you know, the view from top down is gorgeous. And I have to tell you, I like this little wallpaper feature. Fun. And it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I just like it because it's a little bit different than just the standard boring stuff. You know, neutral palettes. They've got upstairs laundry, and then they did this. It will date itself, but it's still, I just like it's different. This is the master. To the right, we're going to have the ensuite. Yep. So there we go. You got your master ensuite, and you got double sinks, which is good. You got to walk through. You've got your storage through there, and you got your stand-up shower and your bath to the left. There's the bath. Basic subway tile. It's a little builder basic. They could have done a better job with this, but overall, I do still think it's a good value for the location. Square footage, I love that you get that 4th bedroom, and then you have that full bath on the main floor. That's really what does make it. So overall, I'm still gonna say pretty good value for $659. So thank you for sticking around for this tour all the way. Hey friends, thanks for sticking around. That was a long one, wasn't it? I hope you dug the home tour. I hope you learned a little bit about what's happening in our market. Yes, indeedy, it is a very strong seller's market for the fall season. So if you might be considering selling and you're like, hey, should I sell in the winter? Yeah, you should. And if you want some help, reach out to me and my team for a discovery call below. If you might be considering a relocation, hey friends, guess what? For all the stuff, we take the stress out and we make it easy. So same thing, reach out for a discovery call. We're here to help. Take care and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.